Good morning, peeps. What's wrong, camera? Having trouble getting focused this morning? I know how you feel. Bedias. Thought about going up, but I think I'll just go straight to the shoals since it appears as though I'm the only one here. Lots of surface activity. Let's get this party started. It's about a 1 mile paddle down to the shoals on open big water. The shoals acts like a dam. That's why it's so wide here. And further up the creek, it dams it up. It's a shoal. It's an outcropping of rocks that just back up the whole thing. Below it, there's good rapids. Above it, there's still water. There's a new development. A whole tree in the river. God dang, that whole bank collapsed. Took the tree with it. Wow. That's the power of water. East Texas. Just north of Madisonville, or east of Madisonville. I'd halfway expect to see an alligator this morning, since I'm the first one in here. Boy, you gotta look close, because they'll be laying right on that bank and they look just like a log. And there's a lot of logs. Boy, this temperature is perfect. It's about 70 some odd degrees, and it's just nice. No wind to speak of. Got a cool front coming tonight. Going to kick off a little bit of thunderstorms probably. Give us a little rain. It's all good. Pleasantly surprised that I'm the only one down here coming in from the top. They do come up from Wilson Shoals downstream, closer to the river. They come up in the big boats. Is that the shoals? I don't think so. I got a little further to go. This is when I really appreciate my fast boat. This is more of a paddling yak than a fishing yak. It's a 2000 model. I've had this thing for 23 years. Haven't had to do a thing to it. Works like a champ. Here's the shoals. Goodbye. Thanks for coming. One of those instances where you don't matter what you throw either. There he is. Well, I mean, it's every cast if you let it sit out there long enough. A little better fish.
There you got one. Man.
Oh, that's a big one.
Yeah, that's a good fish. Another male. I don't know what number this is. I've already lost count. That's a good fish. There's a good one. Here comes some more. Coming up the shoals. Oh yeah. Well, they're here. There's plenty of fish in here.
You got to throw him back if we go to the lake.
Aren't you glad you didn't leave her at home? Don't need to cast very far. They're right here in front of me. Little ones. More little than big. Same fly I used yesterday on the brazos. There's a big snapping. That's a little one. That's a little snapping turtle. They got this spot covered. I can go further upstream, and I think that's where the adventure is for today. So I'm headed back upstream. You know, honestly, that's too easy. Too many little fish, but it's too easy fishing. I mean, you just throw it out there, and even if you just let it sit or you strip it, or it doesn't matter what you're throwing or how you're throwing it or anything, you pick up fish 2 at a time if you wanted, 3 at a time if you ran 3 jigs, and most of them would be small. You'd have to get through them smaller fish, and there's nothing impeding these white bass from going way up this creek. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go way up this creek, do a little adventure. somebody towing a boat. I'm going to go upstream as far as I can, or until I see clearer water and moving water. This is all backed up from the river. This is pushing all the way. I think we got to get above that point. Don't know how far it goes. There's the adventurers. Here they come. They're going to go down and fish the shoals because they want to catch fish. I'm going up and up and up and up until I find the water I'm looking for. I've been paddling for 20 minutes and I'm nowhere near the headwaters. This just keeps getting bigger. Oh well, I got time. It won't be so hard. Well, it won't be hard. It ain't hard paddling up, so it shouldn't be hard paddling back. I might actually get a wind assist on the way back. It's supposed to start blowing today. Yeah, I can see the tops of the trees are starting to move. That's good because it's rather warm and quite humid. Everything's pretty much right on time. Trees are busting out. Water turkey, I think. Great blue heron. Let's take a little side trip right up into this little creek. Water cleared up quite a bit. Alright, we're going to fish this area. See what's in here. You can see that mud line right there. And then the water goes clear. Let's see what's in here. I love these little side creeks. This water cleared up a lot. You can see it's clear. Love it. It's probably not good for the fishing, but it's good for me. Good for my soul. I put on one of my clousers I tied this morning. It's got a yellow marabou feather in it, and then it's got the chartreuse white and gray with gold bee chain eyes. More appropriate for dark water, I think, even though it if I was only out to catch fish today, I would have stayed down at the shoals. But that's not the point. I love exploring these creeks. Birds are singing. There's fish in here. The water's beautiful. I'm going to continue upstream a little bit. I've caught one little white bass and had 2 other strikes. So they're in here. Probably not big in numbers as they are in the main channel, but this is such a lovely place. Birds are singing. It's peaceful. Can't even hear it. I'm sitting there playing. I caught a fish. It's a big one. Some kind of big fish. What do I have? Oh, I think I might have snagged it. Whatever it is, it's big. What the heck? I can't even bring it up. Come on, fish. I must have snagged something. I can't even get it to move. What in the world do I have? I don't know if it's gotten caught under something or what. I must have snagged something really big. Maybe an alligator. I'm gonna... Oh, that's a solid. Whatever it was, it's on something super solid now. Oh, there it goes. Well, we'll never know what that was. Busted my line, broke it off. Whatever it was, it got up underneath some brush. It was big. I'll bet I snagged a carp or something. It never even came toward the surface. It just stayed deep. Alright. I hope it wasn't an alligator. And he's not. Now he's pissed at me. Okay, let me re-rig. Oh, there's another little fish. I bet they're all in this place. Nice little white bass. Little is the emphasis. Yeah, I kind of think that's what's all over in here. These little males. Young of the year. Goodbye. Thanks for coming. That might be a little better fish. Fighting like a little better fish. Yes, it is. A little better. Still a smaller male, but a better fish. Took it deep. Alright, well, I'll tell you what, there's a real good place to get out and fish from the bank. Yep, male. Deep. Took it deep. Nice little stretch. I bet I can catch all I want right here. And there won't be a big one in the bunch of them. Might be one female, maybe. But this looks like a nice, clear spot to get a fly through more than once. See if I'm correct. These fish are really staging right here. Thinking about the boat. Well, dang it. Bust your fly rod ball. I brought a spare today, so if I bust this one, I got my spare. I might be able to wade down through this area quite a bit. Oh, there he is. Another little baby. Well, I thought. They're up in this clear water. They like this clear water. Makes it easier to catch them. Well, makes it easier to catch them when there's not a whole lot of them because they can see it, no problem. Goodbye. Thanks for coming. If there's a lot of these little ones in here, they'll be nailing it time and time and time again. Watch for the line movement. Oh, there he was. There he was. Ah, there he is. It's good technique. If the fish are there and you do the right thing, you catch them all. That one's a little better. That's a little bigger fish. A very little bigger. That's a keeper size, but that's not a big fish. He's just a little bigger than the really small ones. Just repeat the process over and over. Let it sink, let it sink. Look for the bite. You can line watch these fish. Pick it up. There might be a female or two up in here somewhere. It's going to be smaller fish. There's a nice little roll casting in here. Got plenty of room to do it. Boom shakalaka. Roll cast the other side, nice and clean. Watch that thing sink, come downstream. Couple little bounces. There he is. Ooh, a nice fish. Another one of them decent ones. Got this placed myself. A little more effort to get here. Most people wouldn't even consider it, especially if they've been at the shoals already and they catching fish. They're not going to go look someplace else. Wow, that's the biggest one I caught all day. That's getting hefty. Hefty, hefty, hefty. Nice fish. Took that clouser. The yellow belly. I don't even have to roll cast in here. I got room to do a regular cast. Right in that spot and just let it sink till it either catches the bottom or catches a fish. Boom shakalaka. Alright, let's drop it in that shady spot there. There's just a tiny bit of current in here. Surprisingly enough, the females have not come up in these creeks yet. Strange. That's what we're seeing everywhere too. It's really strange. Seems late, but maybe that's just nature's way. Maybe she's waiting for something else. Some other kind of thing to change. Don't you know this is so fun? There he is. I saw him. It's kind of cool being able to line watch. Watch him hit this. You know, you can see your line jettison a little bit. Then you just do a strip set, and if they missed it, just let it sit there a little bit longer. They'll come and get it. It's one of those days where it'll be this times 50. A 50 fish day is pretty easy. Change flies, didn't matter. I was fixing to change positions when this dude grabbed it. lots of structure on the bottom of this creek. Lose a lot of flies in a situation like this if you're not careful. I really attacked it. I'm sure there's just hundreds of these things in here. It doesn't get any easier. You don't need good casting skills, you just need to be able to do a roll cast. 20 feet, maybe 30. And this creek is full of these little things. Like shooting fish in a barrel. Or catching fish in a barrel. If I was hungry for fish, it'd be a good way to get a bunch of them. Come on, get out of there. Thanks for coming. Goodbye. Go join your buddies. Oh, there he is. Whoa. Well, we got a little more strength. That's a little nicer fish. Oh, that is so cool looking at those fish coming through the water. And there you go. I ain't keeping count today. I don't need to. That's a nice fish. Got caught up again, busted off fly. I'm on fly number 5. Alright, let's do it again. So you just drop it out there like that. Couple of strips. Let it sink. And they'll come and get it. I like these places because they're just quiet. I mean, there ain't nobody up here but me. Me and the critters and the fish. I don't mind fishing with some people, but I don't like fishing with a crowd. Come on. Fish picked it up 3 times. Oh, there he is. There he goes. It's almost too easy. Once you find them in the spring, this is what it's about. Stock in the freezer if you like fish. Even though that fish is probably not big enough. Kind of crazy. What can get in there? Yeah, there's some decent fish in here. Well, they're still looking pretty fresh. The girls need to get up to this party pretty quick, though. This many fish in a creek like this, they'll strip it of all the available food source. That's a bigger fly. Probably be a little more weedless. On a little offshoot off the main creek. I think this is actually the second branch of Bedias. We see another Bedias when we're coming in. We cross the main channel, and if you're coming in the back way from the Huntsville side, and you cross a really small creek that says Bedias as well. And I think that's what this is. Makes sense. Makes sense. Oh, good deal. Fishy, fishy. I'll start bringing a net, make them easier to handle. This creek got a lot of fish in it. I'll tell you what, I'm going to wrap this thing up, get back in the boat, maybe drink a little bit or something, and then see how far upstream I can go. Yeah. It looks like more of the same up there too. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I found this little creek, found some fish. Very peaceful place. I think I'll call this good and head back down to that first shoal, and where I'm almost positive it'd be stupid thick with fish. It's got good moving water. It constricts there and it comes up over some shallows. So I'm gonna head back down there. Look how clear and pretty that water is. I value that more than muddy water. Muddy water with fish in it. This has fish in it too, and it's clear. Let me get off the log and boogie, boogie, boogie downstream. This is a neat little creek. This is exactly what I like to look for this time of year. I know where the fish are. I know where they are in huge numbers. But finding this is much more valuable to me. It's just so much more relaxing. There's no trash. There's no sign of people. There's a sign of something climbing up on that hill, on that bank. Probably a beaver. This is the Trinity River watershed, so there's alligators in this place. Big ones. Somewhere. I don't see much sign of them up here though. There's the wind starting to blow right on time. Make it even more pleasant. My sun's coming out too. I'm gonna put on my floppy hat. Alright, let's boogie, boogie, boogie. I almost hate to leave this place. It's so peaceful. Alright, there's the main channel. As you can see, it's clear right here. And just past the mouth of the creek, it gets dirty. Still not too bad though, for this time of year. This creek really muddies up when it rains. See? Oh, now you can just see it. I mean, it's not terrible. It's probably better for the fish because they're covered up. I can go that way a long way, but it doesn't look like the creek becomes the creek anytime soon. Looks like it's snowing. Oh, cormorants, water turkeys. That was a massive tree. Alright, not too far from where I'm going to fish next. Right where this thing constricts down a little bit and gets moving a little faster. I'm pretty sure that right in front of that, where you can see those little islands, right in front of that is where the fish ought to be hanging, if there's enough current. I think that might be a gar. No, it's a white bass. Okay. Here we go. Yeah, they're right here in the draw. Right here in the draw. I just chunked it across that edge over there and boom, stomped on it. Alright, well let's see how many we can catch from here. Just sitting in my boat. Yeah, well, that's a keeper. Dozens of these things. Not much use to keep catching them if they're not big enough to keep. Oh, turtle over there. Just came off the bank. I mean, it's a big one. Looks like a soft shell. Alright, back to the bridge and out of here. Good day. Good day. I caught a lot of fish. Most of them small. Biggest one was 13 inches. Most of them were right around that 10-inch mark. These trees just... Anything along the edge eventually ends up in the creek, I guess. This thing just keeps getting wider. There's the bridge. Get through that mess and climb back up a hill. That was fun. Thank goodness this ain't a muddy mess, because if it's a muddy mess, you gotta park way over here and drag the boat a long way. Oh, it's rough. That was a good adventure for a Friday, it's Thursday. Thursday PTO day. Alright, here we go. We're back on the road, headed to the house. Probably stop and get some barbecue at Buc-ee's, the most popular place on the planet. No matter what time of day or night or week or anything, that place is stupid busy. They got like 100 pumps, something like that. It's just stupid. But anyway, let's not go there. Alright, thanks for watching. Y'all be good. Bye. Ooh, bluebonnets are coming up. Big, strong. We're gonna get some rain here to make everything blow up. You can see the bluebonnets all over the hills and the yellow flowers and everything. Look at that, that's pretty. Spring is sprung.